So, who would like to start us off with the recap?
Once upon a time.
You died.
Once upon a time, Breia was a warlock.
Again.
The end.
Once upon a time, there was a warlock. Now there no longer is.
Let us continue from last time's escapade. For the record, it's been about 2 weeks for us, so just for the recording's sake. We're continuing off from the events that happened with Breia. Turns out she was a traitor, because she held a god of lies inside of them. That was pretty cool, right, Breia? That was super cool, right?
It was great for me. It was great for me.
Yeah, it's great for you.
For me at the time, okay? It made sense at the time.
Words were exchanged, is a general summary. Time had passed after that moment where everybody kind of took their time to kind of like cool down after like the intense moment. Everybody had their own heated thoughts and opinions on the situation at hand. Lafayette especially, because she was the one that was about to basically flat out kill Breia, but was held back long enough to kind of let her think. So
yes.
Time passed. There was some words. Time had passed. Words were exchanged between everybody at the breakfast camp. I guess I would say table, but there was no table. Breia needed help being fed because of the whole "I lost my arm" lol. And
damn, you didn't have to bring that up.
I'm not going to leave that out because it's an important detail. And it's also funny. Anyway. Anyway, so words were exchanged, air was cleared, but Lafayette did toss the ultimatum of either you redeem yourself or it's checkmate, essentially. So an agreement was made to where, the thought was planted. There, she hasn't ultimately said, like, I'm going to actively do this, so. And giving her time to think on it, we proceeded onward to come across a archaeology spot that was actively being defiled.
By 2 junior archaeologists, i.e. children.
They said amateur archaeologists.
No, they
They
said
said
junior.
junior.
Fucking 10
They
times
said
higher.
junior multiple times.
I could have sworn they said amateur.
No, you guys were saying amateur.
Your memory is known to be bad, don't.
Shut up.
Also, you don't take notes. Fucking take notes.
Anyway, while we
I
instead of stopping them from defiling the archaeological site, we just kind of let them do it, and they found a big ol' Naga skeleton, and I found a big old book that says that maybe, just maybe, there are Naga tunnels under the entire continent that definitely won't be important later.
Eh.
Yeah, I did not partake in that.
Because he's a baby and a goody two-shoes.
He's boring.
I was also writing a report. Thank you.
Haha, gross.
Whatever, nerd.
Look,
up,
someone's
dweeb.
got to keep things legal here.
Listen, I'm keeping things legal, but I'm also being devil's advocate right now, so, you know, I'm going to influence the bad decisions, but I'm not the one actually breaking it.
Jeez. I will not be seen breaking the law. If you guys happen to break the law and I happen to be there, that's not the same thing.
No, yeah, like, I mean, y'all did it. I'm just an innocent witness. I could just report y'all to the police if y'all get caught, so, you know, have fun. But yeah, no, go crazy. I don't mind.
So, you arrive in the quiet village of Zelta. And by the time you arrive, it is around 10 a.m. and the streets are populated. One sec. I need to roll something.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
Is it another D6?
Yes, maybe.
Mhm.
Okay. You actually see one of the things that are happening. You actually see 3 young girls playing with dolls nearby, near a house. One of them has a wooden doll house, and the 3 of them are playing house with it. They're just kind of giggling to themselves. One of them is holding a male doll, and they're acting like, you know, it's a house with a husband, a wife, and a kid. And in the meantime, the parent is kind of watching from the porch, making sure everything is all right.
Well, that's a rather peaceful first impression of this place for you guys, isn't it?
Lafayette will watch, but it's a cute sight, but she's mainly here to kind of get settled in, since we might take time to, like, restock on supplies or something. Because I know she needs to buy a couple more arrows just to make sure her quiver's full.
Mm-hmm.
So her focus is not entirely on that.
Okie dokie. So, where do you guys make your way?
I mean, Mishpa has no idea where anything is, and after everybody assured her, when she brought it up, that people in this town are definitely not going to be as friendly as they were in North Hollow, she is very reluctant to actually poke her head out of the wagon right now.
Yeah, fair.
Which way is the mayor's house?
I must do what I remember.
Yes, you would actually know that the mayor's house is right over here.
It's the big
And
one.
we're coming in from the northern end, right?
Yes.
From here, I believe we take a road to the right. Should be on the upper part of a fork from there.
Lafayette just, like, while those two exchange, Lafayette's gonna look down at Mishpa and just kind of stare with a raised eyebrow.
What?
Makes a hand motion pointing out to see the view.
I'm sure it looks lovely.
As
Nice.
much as I appreciate your concern, I don't think you're going to get away with just sitting in the cart the entire time we're here.
Why not? I have food, I have water, I have blankets.
We're all going into the mayor's home together.
This fluid buildup.
Are you certain that my presence would not cause any undue friction?
Given that
believe
you're with
that-
us, I think it would be fine. Besides,
That,
most
and I
nobles know
believe
that.
Go ahead.
Most nobles know. After all, most nobles know about what the prince was doing with us and the. You two.
And more importantly, if you happen to accidentally be discovered in a cart by yourself, it may look like we were smuggling you in. It's going to make a much better impression if you're just seen with us to begin with.
Lafayette then signs out. Straightforward. Come with us or cause problems, your choice.
It's not much of a choice.
Lafayette nods. Oh, there you go.
Fine then. I will accompany you to this mayor's house.
Mayor. I love that.
Yes,
I will
the
come
mayor.
with you to visit the Mayo Man.
Oh god,
And
the
yeah,
mayonnaise.
I'm gonna pull up to the mayor's. The mayonnaise.
Oh God! Wait. Yeah.
Oh no.
The infinite mayo jar.
Oh.
That's a callback I haven't thought
Oh.
about in a
Why?
The
I just
mayo
remember-
jar.
I'm reminded of the freaking mayo bomb that I created.
What?
Long story. Long story. I will explain it after.
I'm writing down Mayo Bomb in my notes for later.
Don't worry. I'll explain in full, horrifically stupid detail.
Just big
Please
text
do.
that says Mayo Bomb.
So
how
Anyway.
busy do the streets look right now?
They're not too busy. Like this is a quaint little village of like just over 600 people. So whoever's not at work is just kind of out in the farms or just kind of piddling around. In fact, let me roll another d6.
There are 3 people outside right now.
In that particular area of town, you see a retired veteran mercenary sitting on his porch smoking a pipe, rocking in a rocking chair while his basset hound sleeps next to him. He kind of glances up at you coming in and gives a polite wave and a nod as he puffs from his pipe.
Lafayette will repay the wave.
Awkward right-handed wave.
Mishpa, are you
right,
still...
I forgot she was a southpaw.
Yeah. Mishpa, are you still like hiding down, like out of view?
She's like after that conversation, she just sort of forced herself to at least sit up.
Okay, good. Never mind then.
All you can see through the window is like is just her eye. There's this one big threatening snake eye.
She just smiles, and you see both fangs protruding out. She looks very friendly.
Oh, so friendly. I mean, look at that face. Grabs mouth, unhinges jaw. See, look at that. That's a smile a fucking mother would love.
The best mascot the Naga could have.
Yes.
At seeing Mishpa, he kind of raises an eyebrow, looking utterly confused.
Mishpa kind of tries to diffuse the situation by making a heart with her hands.
All right.
He looks at you and blinks, and then he looks to his pipe and he just kind of sets it down on the side table.
Did you really just pull a like fucking Roger Moore, like somebody sees James Bond doing some shit and then looks at the bottle?
I mean, to be fair, if you hit the booth too hard, you're gonna quit.
So yeah, sometimes that booth hits back.
And the booth got
Those are
hands.
not words
Crazy.
that have ever come out of your mouth, are they?
Booth got hands. That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, onward to the house.
Yep, up we get.
Yep, you go to the mayor's abode, and it is a public building. It is a government building. It serves as both the mayor's abode as well as the local courthouse. And you actually can see next to it, this purple building over here, is the village jail.
Do not look
They're
outside.
probably doing brisk business.
Don't look outside the back of the jail. There's terrible things out there, as we learned earlier. I'm assuming this is the kind of place where the city jail actually seems pretty, like, not tame necessarily, but, like, empty relatively to other places.
Oh, definitely. Not a lot of crime happens here. You actually heard rumor that it's because of a kraken that lives in the lake, but that seems so outlandish, it couldn't possibly be true.
Why did you say that like that?
I've always wondered if that Kraken rumor was true.
Oh, trust me, as much as I would love to have there be a Kraken in the lake, I don't think that body of water is big enough to hold one.
I'm sorry, you would love to have a Kraken in the lake?
It would be interesting.
We could always go down and take a look. I mean, just
I would
because
rather we
nobody's
didn't.
seen it doesn't mean it's not there.
I would rather we didn't.
Why
What? Are you
afraid
scared of the
krakens?
Kraken that you don't think is there?
No, I just don't like large bodies of water. You never know what's down there. Which gives credence to there possibly being a Kraken, but again, if no one's seen it for gods know how long.
Lafayette proceeds to make her hands into the shape of a fish.
Oh, yeah, I suppose I can
She's doing a shadow
understand.
puppet.
Yeah, she is.
You know, I can't see anything you're doing back there.
She continues on, not caring.
I mean, I can understand being afraid of large bodies of water. The ones back home were very, very hot. I've boiled off many scales accidentally when we were near the edge.
Wow, that's wow.
Upon hearing that, Lafayette just
Breia
makes the fish
kind of-
like disintegrate.
Breia looks at Mishpa, kind of blinks, and then looks directly back at Thomas to not have to acknowledge what she just said.
Well,
I
that's
mean, being that pale
interesting-
and wanting to avoid bodies of water, you're really not doing anything to assuage those rumors about you.
Yes, I know. But trust me, I love taking a good shower. Showers are nice. It's just water. Large bodies of water. I just don't like them. You never know if something's just going to come out and grab you. Like,
Like the
at least
Kraken.
if you see something in the open air, you can see it coming a mile away.
You see Breia, like, it looks like she would be making a motion if she could, but instead she just shakes her head. God, I miss magic. She wanted to make a big jump scare fish so bad.
Oh, I bet you would.
Lafayette's just experimenting, trying to make like Kraken tentacles with her fingers on the side now.
You know, that's pretty good, actually.
It's just like see her hand is like contorted in such a weird way, but like still has somehow really good fluidity.
How are you doing that?
Thomas, make me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Perception. That is a 14.
Okay, it takes you a moment to notice, but you feel something very long and tentacle-like sliding up your back, and you feel it reach your shoulder and start wriggling around.
Yes! Yes!
He just whips around. It's like, what the?
God!
Sorry about
Don't
that, Tom
do that to the
Green.
driver.
Tom Green!
See, you're picking up what I'm putting down. She goes to make, she again she makes a right-handed high five motion after very clearly not wanting to do that.
Mishpa kind of looks at you confused for a moment before she goes, No, I know what it is. Don't worry, though. I got you. And she raises both her hands and claps them together for you.
Oh,
Well, you're
Lafayette,
close. You're close. That's something.
Lafayette just fucking folds. It just puts both palms in her face. Oh god.
Well, no, you... Oh, never mind.
Right, we were going to see someone, right?
Yes,
Yes.
we're pulling up to the mayor's office right now.
You pull up, and thankfully there is a place to park your cart.
You were about to say park your shit, weren't you?
No.
That's something I would say, though.
I was about to say car, but yeah.
Cart, just scribble on like a really crap or like hastily drawn T at the end of it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Anyway.
Stencil on some flames to the back of the wagon. Make it go faster.
Hey, yo, actually, that would be sick as hell.
Reluctantly, as we do park, Mishpa is going to slither out into the sunlight in full view and just take a quick look around.
Lafayette will take the edge of the cart and do like a quick flip off of it, just like a handstand off of it, and then just land properly on the side of it.
Isn't it a covered wagon?
Yeah.
Out the window, then.
Or just out the back.
Show off.
Woo.
Listen, I'm flexible, okay? I gotta use it. I gotta keep myself limber.
And
So-
Thomas is just gonna get off like a normal person.
Yeah, Breia also is not in the condition to be doing fancy tricks, so,
Yeah, you're right, you can't.
She tries to do a one-armed handstand, but she forgets which arm to use.
Damn.
What was my acrobatics before? I don't think it was ever good.
Yeah, you're suffering a hell of a penalty now, but even without it.
Boy, you don't say.
Nah, I made it up. You would be perfectly fine. Do a roll right now. Right now.
Anyway.
I just want to know what it would be. You know what?
Now, to keep in mind, that would probably be at disadvantage depending. I'll let you have this one, though.
Anyway. So, Mishpa.
Yeah.
When you slither out of the cart, you do see all eyes in the vicinity turn to you. Some of it in fear, others in utter confusion.
You see a little girl drop her ice cream.
Oh, no, that's just sad.
I mean, to be fair, Nani would be getting out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how'd they react to Nani?
Pretty much the same as Mishpa.
Freak detected in the radius. Scared.
You actually see two old guys stop playing their checker game, and one of them just kind of drops the checkers.
I like to imagine that they stop playing the checker game, and then while the other guy is staring, the other guy
Just, like,
shuffles the
fucking
pieces
yeah.
around to win.
Flips the board around.
Yeah.
Lafayette's just gonna scan around and just like raise her hands like, what? Continue on with your day? What?
Mishpa thinks, well, it worked the first time, and she makes hearts with her hands before she turns and starts to slither towards the entrance to the mayor's house.
Gods, that really is adorable. I don't think it's working on them. But
I should point out that, like, she has a completely stoic face while she's doing it. She is not. She is too scared right now to properly emote.
I was really hoping that it was like this awkward attempt at a smile, the kind of smile that you make when you're scared.
Yes, the nervous smile. And as Mishpa begins to move, Lafayette just like jumps up onto the fucking tail and just rides it along, just staring at everybody.
I imagine Lafayette riding Mishpa's tail
Mm-hmm.
in like a similar pose to that painting of George Washington crossing the Delaware.
I need to see
love
that
that.
image again. Hold on.
But yeah, at
Just,
some point,
1 foot higher than the other, hands on hip.
for sure. At some point, Breia does kind of look out at the crowd. Don't you people have anything better to do?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's supposed 100%.
Yes, carry on.
Everyone slowly goes back to their business.
And yeah, I'm gonna go up to the front door and knock. Will there be someone outside, or?
Well, you don't need to knock. It's a public building.
Oh. Then yeah, I'm gonna go inside.
I'm gonna.
I like to imagine he still tries to knock anyway without realizing the door is open.
He goes to knock, and he's like, "Wait a minute, yes," and then just goes inside.
I may have to be a little bit silly.
Tom's instincts just lean towards manners no matter what.
Yes.
What a good boy. How boring.
Disgusting.
The proper term is gentleman.
Boring.
Oh, okay.
And we all love men
I'm
who
joking.
say that about themselves.
Anyway, so you go inside,
Content.
and it is a very ornate-looking place. You can see that the walls are made of white marble, with several pillars holding up a very high ceiling that actually has some stained glass.
Wow.
Ooh,
It's very fancy, very decorated. And you see a receptionist at the front desk, who is a Cardinal Asamar, a bear.
Burr.
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 And he looks up at all of you through his small glasses that look way too small for his face.
I love you for giving me the exact image I had in my head and making it true.
Please tell me he has a tiny little typewriter that's too big for his bare fingers.
Little typewriter.
Well, what else do you think he's typing on? But yeah, the entire desk and things look way too small for him, but he's still managing anyway. He's hunched over the desk that's like 3 feet under him. He's sitting on a tiny stool. And he looks up at you. Hello, can I help you?
We've come
Hey
for
there,
the
George.
mayor.
God damn it!
You can't keep saying it like that. You can't.
What? Aren't we here to talk with the mayor? Is that not what I just said?
Here to talk with the mayor.
Talk with the mayor. Yes, that is the way that you say that.
Hi, Mitty.
Ignore me.
No.
No.
No,
Be acknowledged.
get in here.
I don't want to interrupt things. I'm
Hey.
just tired of only hearing one piece of the conversation. I'm still eating.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Well, hi. Welcome home. We missed you.
I missed being home. I'm 3 hours late.
It's okay.
Pat, pat.
We're just happy you're home. That's the biggest thing.
I know. I didn't want this acknowledged in the recording. I'm
It's okay.
embarrassed.
Too bad.
We can always edit it out.
Acknowledge.
Anyway.
I'll
We
do
can
the
always
editing.
make it worse on her.
Bitch, we'll fix it in post.
Ari, your icon still needs to be changed.
Oh my god, me.
Right on the field. I love you. I love her. I love her.
There's the smile. There's the smile.
Such a gremlin
That's
through
how I
and
know she's back. Hell yeah.
I'll be
Back
back
again.
after. I'll be back after I eat my giant breakfast sandwich.
You
Hell
enjoy
yeah.
your giant breakfast sandwich.
through. You do enjoy your food.
Anyway, so he kind of stares. He stares at all of you. You're here to talk to the mayor. Yes.
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 Do you have an appointment?
What's an
Forgot about
appointment?
those.
It's a thing
don't-
that you make in advance. That might have been a good thing to send ahead for, wouldn't it?
Yes. An appointment is when you make. It's a notice that you're going to do something. Like if you make a doctor's appointment, you're saying that you're going to go to the doctor at a specific date and time, so they
I
can
see,
prepare
I
for
see.
you.
Yes. Well, we don't need one then, because what we have to say is very important.
All right, straight to the point.
I'm sure what you have to say is very important, but I can't allow you through without an appointment. The mayor
It involves
herself...
zombies.
He blinks at you.
Technically, yes.
That's very forward, but yes, that is exactly right, I'm afraid.
Why is everyone saying I'm so forward? I'm just stating the facts here.
Yes, that's forward.
Well, most people aren't receptive to facts that haven't been softened slightly.
We come from... What was the town from the north?
North Hollow.
We come from North Hollow. Recently it's been... someone sabotaged the water supply, and now there's a strange new fungal infection going around that's turning everyone into zombies.
Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage, Thomas.
What's the name of that place that just fucking burned to the ground? You know, the entire city?
All right, sweetheart, you just step back there.
Excuse you?
What he says is true, though I feel like it's very important to state that your town is unfortunately very close to said place, and should any of that infection reach this way, the mayor and all of his citizens would be in a severe amount of danger, and we wouldn't want that, would we?
Well, first off, the mayor is a female.
All right, well, don't call me out on being sexist first.
Second off, I've not heard of any sort of fungal zombie, and I highly doubt that that is the case. Look, I'm sure whatever you need to say is very important, but we don't need to be making up stories in order to see the mayor.
We're not making up stories. This is an actual danger. I've seen cases in... Fuck, what's my hometown? I need a map.
I have seen cases in that place that I am from.
One moment, please.
This is why we are persuasive, Thomas. Jesus Christ.
My home that I am very concerned about, that is a place that I am from.
God alive. That comment of you need to take notes just backhanded you at full force.
We don't even need to take notes. These notes were provided to us by the DM. We have a big book of notes
That's so funny.
There's a channel with the map in it, and I love that I'm hearing like Timmy in the I love that I'm hearing Timmy in the background just like, there's the fucking map. I can't find it. What channel?
I think wasn't that? Well, actually, there's no chance.
Guys, which one of you took my map?
Oh, I needed to scroll up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I took that when I took
Oh,
Oh
man.
shit, there's a second page.
That
Yes,
was incredible.
And you're supposed to be what? Or what's your intelligence score? Tell me right now.
My intelligence... It's a 13.
Okay,
that's your character's intelligence.
Know where you live.
Listen, my character's smart. I am dumb as
Out
fuck.
of character, come on.
Oh,
I
wow.
know, but it's so fucking funny.
That was incredible.
There have even been a couple cases in Haber. Like, the danger is real.
Do you have any proof?
We saw it.
Did she... well, yes, just because we saw it doesn't mean that he's going to believe us.
Why not?
Anyone... Because people lie.
Lafayette will kind of proceed to sign out, see if he understands. Does he understand sign language?
Nope.
Mishpa will translate.
How about this, then? How about you try to get someone who knows the ability to message North Hollow, and then get back to us when you find out the real truth then? Since you seem to be so adamant on the fact that nothing's wrong.
I don't mean to cause any anger. I'm just saying that anything could be happening. Like, I could say that I just saw a unicorn prance through here on a unicycle.
While I understand that, I know people tend to lie about their things and come up with the most absurdity things, but do you really think that a group of 5 people would show up out of nowhere and suddenly say, hey, North Hollow's in zombie apocalypse out of nowhere? Surely there has to be some cause behind it, right?
Well, considering that
And
we've already had one group of protectors trying to weasel in on our business, we don't need another.
Protectors?
Who was
Yes.
in earlier?
So you are new you aren't from here. We've been having some trouble with this group of people calling themselves the Protectors, who are offering their services to protect us from this, that, or the other.
What are the gang members that I was chasing the other day? What were their colors? Like their like their outfits?
They were black.
Just black?
Yeah.
Do they have like any like distinguishing colors?
You did notice that they had like 2 strands of kelp as an insignia.
Lafayette will sign that out. Did they happen to have like kelp as their insignia or something like that?
No, they didn't have any sort of insignia. It was just this group of 3 people saying that they would save the town if we pay them to stay guard.
Save them from what?
He shrugs.
Save them from a problem that they'll create, most likely. That's my assumption, anyway. Point remains, we still need to see with the mayor. And if we have to make an appointment, then we'll make an appointment. But it will have to be a very quick one if we can.
I can do tomorrow at 11 a.m.
See it done.
He types on his tiny typewriter. And then he rips it off and hands it to you.
Lafayette will take it.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Now that I have finished my sandwich and am ready to participate.
Yay!
Okay.
So, it sounds like everybody, when they got to town, they went to City Hall to try to warn the mayor about the danger up at North Hall.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Did you guys drag Nani with you?
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Why wouldn't we? We're not gonna leave you alone with a fucking carriage in the middle of like a new area.
It would have
Drag
been worse
Mishpa in
for
here. There's no reason to
everyone-
leave just you.
Mhm.
Yeah, it would have been worse for everyone involved to leave you and or Mishpa in the card.
Yep. That was their
Even
argument for
fucking
not
awesome.
letting Mishpa stay behind in the cart.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're here.
Yes.
I want to make a stealth check.
Oh no.
Oh my!
Why?
Yes, thank you. We will be back at 11 then.
Nani, what are you attempting to do?
To leave.
Okay, roll stealth.
No.
No.
No,
Clop, 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 clop.
you're silly.
To be fair,
This is hardwood floors.
we were also just about to leave. Do you need to go somewhere?
I mean, talking to this guy isn't getting us anywhere right now. So I guess
Doomsday can wait an extra day, so I'm going out.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of what we were all doing.
And does this place have a farm?
There's a bunch of them.
Cool. I'm gonna go see a farm.
With supervision.
Okay, Thomas. Glad you volunteered.
Too
late now.
Something voluntold.
So
you
we
hate to
also
see it.
are we also saying that you proactively brought the kids home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 No, they're still in the cart. We haven't actually let them out.
You left the kids in the hot wagon.
Oh god! Don't worry, the windows down. It has air conditioning.
No, it's okay. The windows are down, and we left a bard in there playing their favorite tunes.
Bard's playing fucking medieval version of Caramel Dancing.
Oh god! Stop! No.
He playing it on a fucking recorder.
Using magic to create flashing lights so that it's...
The fucking little mouth thing. Yeah, that thing.
Anyway, so you all are taking your leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
What else is there to do?
Okay. So
also, I will say, Breia, very distraught that her usual brand of like just being kind of brash and abrasive didn't work. Usually people just kind of fold to that.
So, I didn't want to say anything because look at me, I'm a fucking nightmare who would listen to me. But can I say that didn't go as great as it could have?
Is this the thing that is known as bureaucracy?
Yes, pretty much.
Nods.
Like it.
It's pretty bad, honestly, yes. We don't really have access to the people who govern us unless we explicitly make a case for why we should have it.
And even then, we can't really make a case without any proof of it. Other than... that isn't just word of mouth, because obviously people will lie, and they've already had someone lying to them today. So
I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but what were we supposed to do? Bring a zombie with us?
So what I'm hearing is you don't like it and it's pretty bad. Produce flame.
everything but that last part, yes.
So is this the part where I burn down the establishment?
It's really not, because we do still need to tell them. Unfortunately, despite the fact that governing bodies are typically inaccessible and kind of difficult, they are kind of necessary.
Okay, fine.
Chicken. It happened.
Chicken, it happened.
That's one.
It happened!
Yep, that's one.
So then, I guess we find a place to stay for the night and go and see them tomorrow when the zombies have gotten a little bit closer to town?
Yes, that's right.
At the very least. At least it's tomorrow. I mean, I don't think that it would spread...
now.
Yes, I imagine it would take a while for it to spread even remotely close to us.
I mean, it took us a few days to get down here.
Exactly.
So, how long do you think that it will take for this farming village to build a wall of protection against zombies?
It depends if the mayor is willing to listen.
So, like a fortnight, perhaps? Because if not, it seems like a pretty bad situation either way.
Well, there's also the option of evacuating the entire town, which might prove a bit difficult. But might be a bit more effective than attempting to build a wall that might inevitably fail with the time constraint.
Suppose we won't entirely know what our options are until we've met with this mayor.
In the meantime, I know what I'm doing today. Come along, Cream Puff.
I was at least wondering if they would have like a job board or something we could check.
Well, we can look for that while you go look for a farm or whatever.
Hold on, he might be onto something. Maybe our farm needs some help. Then we can go to a very specific farm.
My God, okay.
What do you want to do with a farm?
Listen. If I'm going to be made to eat food, I want to have my pick of the litter.
Lafayette then signs out. So basically, you just want to learn how to grow it.
I mean, yes, that is a very important thing to me. Their methods of growing agriculture and also the ranching aspect. Animals that can be, farmed.
Farm, killed, harvested from. Yeah, there's plenty of those around here too.
Kill is such a strong word. I prefer cull.
Still, that's quite a
It's no
noble
different.
reason for you. That's quite a noble reason.
Lafayette just shrugs. Fair enough.
So
Let's check out the job board first.
Okay. You guys go to the town notice board, which is one part job board, one part, just general notices like grand openings, closings, going out of business sales, the like.
What going out of business sales are there?
None currently, but on the way there, one sec. You do overhear two concerned citizens gossiping amongst themselves. You're not entirely sure what they're saying, but they don't seem to be looking towards you, so it can't be about you.
Can I perceive to see if I can catch bits of the conversation?
I too would love to perceive.
Sure.
13.
Allow me to perceive.
I'm going to read their lips.
I'm just gonna use my passive of 14.
Okay, everyone except for Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
You hear them talking about the possibility of the king sending some Darkseekers overseas to aid Raedron in a war against some drow that are rising from the Underdark and trying to overtake the country.
Sequel bait. Sequel
Sequel
bait.
bait.
Sequel bait.
Equal bait.
We love that.
That's one of my two favorite kinds of baits.
Sequel.
That's the first kind of bait.
Masters.
I knew that was coming a mile away. I knew that was coming a mile away.
Yeah, I saw that shit coming. I saw that shit coming from so far.
So, you get to the town notice board, and here is what you see.
Show me what we see.
No.
There you go.
5 golden hour. Whose kids are these?
What the fuck has a board? Are people boars are not pigs. They're not even hogs. They're boars. They are wild creatures. Does somebody have a boar farm here?
Lafayette just slow turns towards Nani.
It's... Sometimes, yes.
Lafayette will kind of elbow Mishpa and point at the brewery one.
You know, I never actually have had any alcohol before. I'm curious.
Ooh. Actually, Nani, the herbalist seems like an interesting job for you.
Yeah, you got the eye part right. Fucking god.
I don't know. I think she'd make a good house sitter.
Their name is Mister. It's like this job was made for me.
What
I'm sorry, I
said?
fully blanked. I was paying attention and then I wasn't. Why are we letting Nani house sit? What's happening?
We were looking at this job for the... come see Mister at the Hop and Stop Herbalist. Why is Mister perfect for you?
Because I have a little mister.
Oh, Mr. Burns, yes.
I don't see the correlation.
Alright, I'm going to the herbalist. And nobody can stop me.
Not like I was going to. If anyone
Should
else
we
wants
let
to
her
come
go
along,
on her
please
own?
join. Oh, no, I'm definitely going with her.
Cool.
If anyone wants to join, please do.
Please. Did I say please? I meant please.
What time is it right now?
It is currently 11 a.m.
Okay,
Still
so we got
early.
plenty of time before the drink till you drop event.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, the what? No,
Drink till you
so-
drop.
Here's the thing.
Grand opening
Out
of
of
Dave's
character,
Brewery.
I
Come
went out of the
partake
room
in-
for a second and I came back. In character, she stopped paying attention halfway through.
Grand opening of Dave's Brewery. Come partake in the Drink Till You Drop event at 5 p.m. tonight. 3 GP for entry. We'll go to the Temple of the United Orphanage.
Would any of you care to go to that with me when it happens?
Lafayette raises her hand.
I'm sorry, again, wasn't paying attention. I did hear drinking, however, I am in no matter what it is.
All right then, we'll go down to this Dave's Brewery at 5 o'clock.
Well, until then, we have time to kill, so...
Perhaps we secure rooms and then maybe see if we can find this person's prized boar or something.
Nod.
Sure.
Okay, so 3 of you are doing the boar and 2 of you are doing the herbalist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Fuck the kid.
I mean, that's not even until tonight anyways.
True.
Yeah. Listen, I can't do it. I can't speak.
And that's why I'm saying Nani would be the perfect choice for that, because no kid is going to cause trouble when you have that looming over you.
That's gonna give the kid nightmares.
Exactly.
No pun intended.
Just call me Mrs. Doubtfire. Highlight fire.
I'm sorry, I do love the idea of Nani just bursting into a house.
Little one!
I am your babysitter.
On one hand, the kid would be either, like, super enthused or fucking horrified. There is no in between.
And Mitty, that wouldn't be... she wouldn't be Mrs. Doubtfire. Her name would be Mrs. Starkfire.
Starfire.
Behold, my babysitter.
Oh god, Doofenshmirtz, chill, get out of here. Alright, Nani Schmertz, chill.
Okay, so you guys go to secure rooms at the inn?
Yep, we'll go
Yes.
ahead and go secure rooms real quick.
Nice. The tavern here is known as the Bronze Wolf.
Wow, fancy.
Snazzy.
Mm-hmm.
Rough.
And
Going to go secure rooms right quick at the Bronze Wolf.
And you go in, and you actually see a very large place. You see several tables, some occupied, others not. You see a female Aarakocra manning the bar, an Arctic tern-looking bird with blue body paint on her head and feathers, and a red beak. And you also see stairs leading up to the rooms, and to the right, you actually see a pair of sliding doors, and a sign above says Hot Springs.
Ooh.
Well, that sounds quite pleasant right about now.
What's a hot spring?
Yeah, I'm confused. Like, spring is a time of, like, intermittent seasons, but why would you want it to be hot?
Lafayette then signs out, it's not quite a season. It's basically really hot water, but very comfortable water.
Oh, that kind of spring.
Yeah, that one.
I mean, we had hot water back home. It was just, scaldingly hot.
Lafayette then signs out, it really depends on the establishment, but some establishments tend to actually enhance the spring water with minerals and such, to where it kind of eases the body and the nerves.
But it won't burn us.
No.
Not quite. We'll just get really close.
It'll be an initial hot, but not as hot as the Isles. And then it'll your body will adjust to it, and it'll actually feel very relaxing.
You mean like the shower?
Equivalent to that, yes.
Kind of, like a static shower, yes.
Oh, a still shower. Interesting.
Lafayette signs out. We do have time to kill. Or that, yes.
Yes, but I don't need to be clean right now, so I'm gonna go get dirty and gather plants and steal eggs.
What was that last part?
I said that I was gonna go collect plants.
I feel like there was more, but I'm choosing to ignore it.
Lafayette then slow head turns towards Thomas and signs out only to him. Watch her.
Oh, I will.
You may steal
Mishpa.
one egg as a treat.
But I hope he likes what he sees. Come on, Green Puff, let's go.
What?
I'm going to start hopping and skipping my way down to the hop and stop.
Well, that's your cue to go. I guess we'll get room set up here and then head off to the other thing.
Have fun finding your pig. Watch out for tusks.
Oh, looking for a pig. That's what we're doing. Okay.
Money is money, and we do need some money.
I wasn't complaining. I just didn't catch that bit earlier. Anyway, I guess I would go and approach the barkeep then.
Okay. She kind of looks at you with a look of no nonsense, but friendly enough. What can I get you, darling?
Nothing major right now. I was mostly hoping to set us up with a few rooms. How many do you have available?
Well, we got 10. We got 6 single, 2 double, and 2 suites.
Well, the other 2 aren't here to speak for themselves, but how do you want to split this up?
Well, I need a room with at least 2 beds.
Lafayette signed out, plus I did make an agreement to actually share a room with her, so a double room for us. As for you...
Are you just gonna, sleep on top of... Never mind. Anyway,
Nod. I'm small.
I suppose we'd be looking for a double and 3 singles then.
Alright then. It's 5 gold for a double and 2 gold for a single. And every room comes with 1 free meal and access to the hot spring.
Oh, wonderful. I'm sorry, I was listening this time. My brain just doesn't process well. How much for the singles?
5 gold for a double and 2 gold for a single.
So that'd be 11 gold altogether.
Cool. I guess Breia would grab hers, Nani's, and Thomas's.
Mm-hmm.
Mishpa will cover the double.
Okie dokie.
I'm surprised he didn't put it on Thomas's tab.
Make
You have a tab.
Thomas pay for the whole thing.
I mean, that would sound like something Breia would do.
As funny as that would be.
I mean, you're already getting enough shit as it is. I mean, Mishpa still hasn't called you Thomas except for that one time that you didn't hear, so.
I think Breia also, like... You'll notice she's more verbally malicious to you than she is, like, action-wise.
All talk, no bark. Or no bite, rather.
That's kind of... That's the vibe.
That's fair. It's a fun vibe to go for.
So, you get your rooms established. And 2 of you are going to the herbalist, while the other 3 of you are going to get a pig.
I'm actually going to make a quick detour. I'm actually going to go ahead and actually stop by the herbalist as well right quick to pick up a poisoner's kit, because that thought just crossed my mind.
Okay.
And I wonder if the herbalist sells it or general store sells it.
The herbalist does sell it, and it would be
Okay.
15 gold pieces.
I will buy that right quick.
Okie dokie.
You know, it's great that you came with us, Lafayette. Now you can hear my interesting pig facts. Like, did you know what the difference between a pig and a hog is? You're not going to believe this, but it's actually very simple. It's the weight of 120 pounds. If the pig is below 120 pounds, it is a pig. But if it is 120 pounds or above, it is at the market or hunting weight, and thus is called a hog.
Lafayette opens the door and closes it right behind her and Nani's face.
Now you might be wondering why there's confusion around the terms of the hog and the...
Lafayette goes up to the cashier, points at the kit.
I'm all for the hog facts.
Great.
Did you know? This is going
ahead.
to be an interesting one for you. Did you know a pig's finisher lasts about 30 minutes?
I did know that. I don't know why I know that. It doesn't really come very much in handy.
Mom, come quick! The nerds are bonding.
Rapid tap on the fucking counter, like hurry the fuck up.
You get the poisoner's kit.
Some people don't realize that pigs can get sunburns, but they can.
Exactly. That's why they roll around in the mud.
Off to the side, Breia's just looking over at Mishpa like, I feel like it's a really good thing that I'm not in a group that includes both Nani and Thomas, the 2 biggest nerds. It would just be so easy, and it would be so much ammo that I couldn't handle it.
Oh, how much are additional vials, by the way?
They would be 5 silver each.
I'll take 4.
Okay.
It's really sad that pigs can't look up. I bet they
I
don't.
suppose technically, if they rolled on their backs and looked down, they could look up.
That's one way to do it. Maybe I should turn into a pig and give it a try.
Lafayette opens the door and just proceeds to shove Nani inside, and in turn looks at Thomas like, stop. Go in. Stop.
All right. We were just about to anyway. Gosh. And yeah, I'm gonna go inside.
But I was
Closes
going to
the door
talk about
behind
the
him.
Suede family.
This is the door behind her.
There's 19 different species.
I feel like
By
you're
the
missing
way-
out on a lot of really great pig facts.
By the way, did you know? You actually probably know this fact, but did you know that a horse's eye actually rotates in its skull? Or is it a goat? But whatever. It rotates in its skull while it's eating, so that it can maintain the horizontal pupil.
Oh, that's wild. Did you know that a horse's hooves are made of the same material as our fingernails? So that means their legs are essentially giant fingers.
This simply can't be
Shut
happening. I'm sorry.
the
Is
fuck
the shop
up.
owner watching this?
At this point, Mishpa picks up both Lafayette and Breia under her arms and just starts to slither away a little bit faster than is necessary.
I'm sorry.
actually-
what was going on over there anyway? I was trying to ignore it.
Their bone structure does technically include a hand. They just walk on what is essentially their tippy toes.
Sonny, I hate to interrupt, but this is an herbalist, not a library.
Nerd!
Yes, sorry. We got
It's Lafayette's first word.
Literally, the fucking only time she breaks character is just to yell nerd.
I mean, I think you did one time before.
What was the other time? I don't remember.
You said no.
Oh, yeah. That was a joke, though.
Sorry.
As a collective, no.
Hello. You must be Mister.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Mister.
My
Yes,
God, I love that voice.
We saw your ad for herb gathering.
Oh yeah. I need me some keen eyes and gentle hands to get me some what were they called again?
Shuffle, 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 shuffle.
Yeah, some lightwick mushrooms.
Well, it just so happens that I have some very watchful eyes. Look at this thing.
Just opens her eye wide.
Oh, I can see that, Sonny.
Ah, he caught me, son.
Yes. How much How much do you need us to get for you, sir?
I need about 4 mushrooms, please. Now, these mushrooms are quite hard to track. See, they glow a pale blue, but they can only be found in the dark.
Okay, so
they tend to be in dark places like caves.
okay, do you have any caves nearby?
Yeah, actually, there's actually an unexplored cave to the east of the village. I believe the mushrooms grow in there, but I don't know what else is in there.
Okay, so it's unexplored, but you're pretty sure that they'd be in there.
They gotta be.
Well, if he said that they grow in caves, I would imagine if they're in this area and they grow in caves, I would imagine they would be in that cave.
Okay, well then let's go get some glowing pale blue mushrooms.
Are the mushrooms all you needed? It's a bit
Yep.
much for 20. It's not a whole lot for 25 gold.
It's plenty. They're special mushrooms in a possibly dangerous place.
Not to mention, I'm getting them for some special medicine I'm concocting.
Well,
Whoa,
I suppose.
what kind of medicine?
This one has the potential to heal minor wounds without the need of them red amanita mushrooms.
Huh, so it's an alternative?
Yeah, it's a cheaper alternative.
Is it cheaper?
Well, red amanita mushrooms are quite rare.
Okay, well, I'd love to see the glowy blue potion that you make out of this and what it does. Come on, Thomas. There's science to be done.
There's mistakes to
Very
make.
well, Haven't done much foraging myself, but I know a thing or two. We'll be back in a few hours, hopefully.
I know a thing or two about foraging mushrooms, though the mushrooms that I harvest tend to, turn people into zombies.
Do what now?
Theoretically. Don't worry about it. Let's get going.
What a thing to say.
No, I want that guy to start. I want that guy to start a citywide panic,
It's
and
just
then the
a
bear to be
theory.
really mad at us.
Just a theory. That's right. Just a theory.
A mushroom theory.
Shut up.
Mushroom theory. Thanks for watching.
We're gonna go get your mushrooms now.
Okay, so Nani and Thomas go off to the cave. Meanwhile, we will over to the 3. Team Boar.
All right, all right. So the camera transition follows the cat over to the other group.
Anyway, so Mishpa,
Yes.
you are carrying Breia and Lafayette.
Yes, I am heading off towards the west because that is the direction that it said the boar escaped to, right? The west
Yep.
side of town.
Yep.
And to be clear, you said you full underarmed us and ran off, right?
Yes. So she is
And that-
currently slithering through the streets. She's going slower now, but she has both of you under her arms, just carrying you like sacks of hay.
So for a while there, that was pretty suspicious looking, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
I hope.
Oh god, there's 2 of them.
I hope that
God,
nothing bad.
oh god, there's 3 of them.
Oh no! Oh god!
Die.
Oh god!
Die.
Oh no!
Die. Die. Die.
Oh,
Die.
no. They're all getting stabbed.
One of you is enough. 3 is too much.
Okay, anyway. So, well, thankfully for you, Mishpa, this town doesn't have a city guard.
See, it all worked out.
Anyway.
So it only worked out because there's no one here to be like, hey, what the fuck's happening over there? Only the townsfolk gets to go, hey, what the fuck's going on over there? But they can't do anything.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so we're looking for a boar. Do either of you know anything much about tracking animals?
Damn, maybe Thomas would have been useful.
Lafayette tilts her head back and forth and kind of raises her hands, then signs out, I know a decent bit about tracking stuff.
All right, then. And she will carefully put you both back on your feet. Show me.
Well, first off, shouldn't we like find the person that's put this out to begin with?
It didn't tell who to speak with, I don't think.
I'm gonna have to find out, because if we get the boar, where the fuck are we gonna take it if we don't know where it's supposed to go?
I do imagine just Mishpa comes back without either of us, but carrying a big boar under her arm.
Yeah, she'd literally just start walking up and down the streets going, anybody lose a pig?
Well, it's unsaid in the actual thing, but yes, there was an address to go to.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
we'll go to the address then.
Damn,
Yeah,
you could have
that's-
mentioned
Yeah, that would have been nice. Anyway, we're gonna go to the address.
Well, the address is on the east side of town.
that. Bitch!
God,
You
make me look
motherfucker.
like the asshole.
You did that on purpose. Fuck you.
We walked all the way over here.
I choose to blame God.
I also blame God.
Just all 3 of us just shaking our fists to the sky.
Meanwhile, Nani and Thomas are just Mario and Luigi their way over here, just doo, 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 and fucking Mr. Burns is the Bowser going.
Made right
So how
now.
about this?
Nice of Breia to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Nani?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh god. Anyway,
Yeah,
before we
that's
get
big
too
birds.
far out of town, then, since you wanted to play that card, we're going to go to the address first before we get too far out of town. You
Okay.
fucking cheeky bitch.
Okay. So,
And- And that places us where?
down here.
Teleportation. Yeah, shibbity that dot.
Okie dokie. You go to the southeast of town, and you do find the address of the farm, which you see there are a number of pigs, sheep, goats.
Fuck.
And you see, currently, the farmer himself is fixing up a fence. He seems to be a bugbear.
Hello there.
Oh, hey there.
Oh god.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry. Alright. I'm holding it together.
Mm-hmm.
What could I do for you?
Lafayette holds up the paper and hands it to Breia.
Yeah, she'll take it. We heard you lost a hog.
Oh yeah, my prize boar, Big Boy, has run away because the fence broke.
Big Boy?
Did you happen to see which direction he went in?
Yeah, he went west. Into the grasslands outside of town.
Alright. Well, hopefully you'll have that fence fixed by the time we get back with him then.
Oh yeah, it's almost done. I should be able to fix it before you come back.
How's the quality of it?
It looks a lot sturdier than possibly when it broke.
Okay. It's an improvement. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
I really thought you were gonna say, it looks somehow worse. This is a Radiant quest. You can repeat it as many times as you Well, I think Breia's having a very similar reaction to the one having, where she was like taking this all very seriously until he started talking, and then she just is like, she's saying words, but every time she stops saying words, you just see her like pursing her mouth shut and like making the visible like I can't smile or it's weird.
Can he describe what the boar looks like?
Yeah, he's a mostly brown boar. He's got like a mane of black hair, kind of short. He's got these long tusks, and he puts his fingers a few inches apart. And he has some black stripes running down his back.
Wow, very thorough. Well, that should make it easy then.
Said headed west, so... And Lafayette would then proceed to sign out and just points. I guess we should see if we can't find a trail along the edge of the city here, or at the edge of the lake.
Seems like a good place to start.
Maybe it's thirsty, who knows?
Chicken.
2.
Yeah, that's 2.
Yep. With that, Lafayette
hasn't gotten it.
proceeds to make noodle fingers.
I'm sorry, what was the counter for?
Times Thomas's have disconnected and caused chicken.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
The chicken
I kind of forgot about. I forgot about that being the sound you picked for that. In my mind, that was still going to be the Pingus counter, and
yeah, it's how many times I disconnect and come back to chicken. Yeah,
that
one didn't count though.
Anyway.
Yeah, that one didn't count because I did that.
So, you 3 go off to the west?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So, you do that.
We're going to scout.
Yep, go ahead and roll me survival.
Ah, god damn it.
3.
Uh-oh.
It's all riding on this. Huh?
Hey, that's actually pretty good.
You got one over
Team
than
effort.
what you needed.
Hey,
Team effort.
listen, she's gotta do something. She can't actually help you catch the boar.
It's a team effort here, so...
So,
Mishpa was mostly looking for signs of anything getting dragged into the lake.
you actually do see the boar that was described drinking from the lake.
Thought so.
Well, that makes sense. Whereabouts?
Easy enough to
How far
find?
from where we were coming from?
He seems to be about here.
Well,
Mhm.
there.
I have an idea. I don't know if it's a good idea, but it's an idea.
I don't like it when you say that. You're supposed to be the smart one, and if you say the idea isn't good,
Who the fuck said I was smart? What?
Chicken.
me.
Three.
Jesus
That's
Christ! Three.
Oh
Suck when
boy.
it cuts back to you.
Let's hear your idea.
I am actually going to shapeshift into a chinchilla, like a small chinchilla.
As opposed to big chinchillas.
I'm going to shrink.
Lafayette, if I might request that you explain yourself before you do that, and can't sign to explain it to us.
Lafayette will stand on her hind legs, even though she's already transformed. Look at you, look at the boar, and then look at the farm. She's gonna see if she can't try to bait it over, or at least see if she can't get it to follow.
Oh God. Okay. Well, if that goes poorly, I'm not being held responsible.
Okay.
Plus, I just also need to know if like this is going to work, because if I want to know if I can actually communicate with him this way. That would be neat. So Lafayette's going to, in her small form, proceed to approach the boar.
Okie dokie. Let me actually just check something with you.
I mean, if things go wrong, I can just wrestle it down and carry it back.
That's the plan. Because my idea is to either have it communicate and have it come back with me, or have it chase me and proceed to have Mishpa catch it.
Okay, so
It's definitely a way to do it.
you go up to the boar.
I go up close enough, and I just take a sip out of like the lake, or pretend I'm sipping out of the lake.
You see it reach its head up, and it does seem to notice you out of its periphery.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns towards you.
She'll look back with a head tilt.
It gets closer to you.
Do I hear it like speaking or anything, or
Nope.
she won't move just yet? But she is getting ready to like mentally jump.
It kind of sniffs at you. Like it presses its nose against you. Kind of
I'm gonna
getting you.
I'm just gonna like put a paw on its nose, like pat.
You know, out of context, this is actually adorable.
After sniffing you for a little bit, let me just check something. Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see?
You see?
Make a dex save.
Oh.
Do I have advantage because I was half expecting something to happen?
Yes.
21.
Okay. You are able to back away before it snaps at you.
Lafayette will hop back and just stare at it, and then kind of bring it on motion before proceeding to run away towards Mishpa.
It starts charging.
When Mishpa sees her,
And
sees her start to run. Sorry, go ahead.
What's your speed?
25, but since I have the ability to dash and dash again, technically, so I can technically double dash, my speed is technically 75 at full force.
75? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Even in this form?
Even in this form, yeah.
With your tiny strides?
Yeah, I'm very quick.
That must look insane, actually. That must be so cool to watch.
So yeah, it is giving chase. Mishpa?
Mishpa, as soon as she sees Lafayette turn and start to run, she coils her lower body, and as soon as the boar gets within range, she's going to spring forward and try to knock it down onto its side and start wrestling it.
Okay, making an athletics check.
Okay, something I'm supposed to be good at. I would like to spend one of my inspiration points to redo that.
You don't need to. It rolled a 5.
Oh, still got 2 inspiration, baby. So yeah, she's gonna spring on it and sort of like, she's gonna Twilight Princess this. She's gonna grab it by its tusks and sort of lurch it onto its side.
Oh, nice! I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, you're able to do this easily.
Okay, and once it stops struggling, she is going to truss up its front and back legs and heft it over her shoulder and start carrying it back.
As you do that, Lafayette just kind of hops up on top of its head and just sits there.
Yes, revel in this well-earned victory, my friend.
Yeah. Positively exceptional. All right.
Scritcher ear.
Okay.
It would be really cute if it wasn't for the fact that her eyes are still fucking black and yellow.
No, it's normal. That's just a really...
Yeah, it's a normal chinchilla. It's a unique breed.
Yeah, it's a normal chinchilla that's just mildly threatening.
Yeah, that works.
It's just an aura, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You can try to make your chinchilla as creepy as you want. They're still the cutest animals I know.
They are very cute.
Fucking love chinchillas.
This chinchilla exudes watch your fucking back energy, and I can't tell why.
eyebrow waggle intensifies for the chinchilla.
I mean, my sister almost got her finger bitten off by a chinchilla once.
Yeah, they're actually kind of scary if you're not careful around them.
Amusingly, this chinchilla was named Pikachu.
That's funny.
She got her finger stuck in its cage, and it like noticed, so it comes running down its ramps and everything, and she's like trying to get her finger out, and she gets it out just in time for the chinchilla to ram against the bars of the cage.
Oh no!
Anyway. So, Nani and Tomas.
Yes.
We're gonna transition over to you. You go to the cave.
Yes.
On your own.
Wonders.
We go to a cave.
It's the candy cave, Charlie.
I don't like that.
The music, hell yeah.
They're gonna steal my kidneys.
Your kidneys, mine, forfeit.
Your kidneys are forfeit.
So, you go to the cave, and immediately upon entering, you don't see the mushrooms quite yet. You can assume since there's still light in here, they likely wouldn't be at the mouth, or near the mouth.
It is still rather bright in here.
Don't worry, I have a flashlight. And she casts light on the skull of her staff.
Okie dokie.
I can also see in the dark, but that works too.
You can see monochromatic in the dark. This allows us to see color.
Yes, and the thing we're looking for glows in the dark.
So you're saying that I should turn out the light and we should walk around in black and white?
Well, I mean, that's a very negative way of thinking about it. I can still see.
What if a black and white monster comes up and we can't see it?
I don't quite think that works how you think it works.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know for a fact that there aren't any black and white monsters in the darkness?
Well, no, but I imagine that if something were to approach, I still would be able to see it. Just because I see it monochromatic doesn't mean that something black and white would be completely invisible. That would kind of ruin the point of seeing in monochromatic.
I mean, I can see in the dark as well. It's a very common ability.
Like, would you be able to see me in the dark?
Yes.
Then you have your answer. And he just walks further into the cave.
Nani raises her eyebrow and shakes her head, and she turns off the light.
Okie dokie. So, you get deeper and deeper into the cave until you can assume that no more light can hit the cave walls. And thankfully, you do find some lightwick mushrooms.
How many?
Roll me a survival check.
Damn, we rolling low on those today.
Allow me.
Please allow me. Proceeds to fall on my face.
I'd like to use inspiration.
Okay.
What is happening? Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Roll the session.
Okay,
the
go
first
ahead.
nat one of the session.
Go ahead and roll me 2d8. Okay, you find 9 mushrooms.
Fucking Christ.
Okay, there we go. We got enough mushrooms and then some. Who knows?
And-
Maybe he'll pay us double.
And you also see something strange.
Hold on, I see something strange.
On the walls, you actually see writing.
On the walls, I see writing.
I hate you.
Oh, that's not nice. Taking Amara's catchphrase like that.
I hate you. That's my
Ooh,
witty fucking
Cuba.
singer.
But
Get out of here. This is nonsense.
what is even stranger is
Danger.
you actually recognize the letters. You can't read it, but you recognize it as Naga.
This actually looks exactly like the text inside of that book.
We should get Mishpa in here.
Yeah, I think she'd like to be inside of this dark, spooky cave that probably connects to the underground.
Well, she would probably want to read the text on the wall.
Yes, the text made by the Nagas who are probably in the underground.
But we don't know what the text says, so for all we know, there could be no one in here.
You're right. For all we know, this text just says Naga bathroom this way.
Or it could be a leftover from the Naga War, and all the Nagas that built it are dead.
You also see
That's another
underneath.
possibility.
You also see underneath the text an arrow pointing deeper into the cave and to the right.
See? Right there. It's pointing the way to the bathroom. If we don't want to believe that it's a bathroom, then we're going to need a professional in snake.
Yes, we're going to need to bring Mishpa. Let's get these mushrooms to the herbalist, and then we'll get Mishpa.
Okay.
Okay. And for the sake of expediency on both ends, to get you guys back together, you are able to give your respective bounty to the clients and get paid. Woo!
Do we get double because we have double the mushrooms?
Make a persuasion check.
Allow me.
Fail.
That's a 9. I mean, do you want to try Nani? God damn it!
Yes!
When Nani is less socially awkward than you.
I love watching Thomas be a boy failure. It's my favorite thing.
So, he
Excuse you, it's a man failure?
Whatever. No.
Whatever you
No.
say, Boy Scout.
I will also say, sorry, you go ahead and do this first.
He does go ahead and pay double.
Okay, cool.
25 for me, 25 for you. Unless, wait a minute. There was that time that Mishpa did the quest and she gave us all the money even though we didn't participate in the quest. Therefore, to repay her, we should give everybody else some gold as well.
To be fair, she does have her own bounty that she's collecting as well.
She's collecting a $10 hog. We just got like $50.
Speaking of, Mishpa does take the payment and gives 2 to Lafayette and 2 to Breia, and sets aside 4 to split with Tomas and Nani when she sees them again.
So, here is 10 for you, and here is 10 for me, and here is 30 for Mr. Benz. I'm kidding.
For the record, Lafayette pushes the gold back towards you and shakes her head.
She pushes it back towards you. Don't make this difficult. Come on.
Lafayette shifts back to normal and then signs out, "You paid for the room."
I did, yes. You can pay for the next one.
Isn't that what you said last time?
I don't remember. It's been 2 weeks.
It has been a little bit, yeah. Lafayette just rolls her eyes and takes it before she signs out. Stubborn just like I am.
Exactly. We complement each other quite well.
Ship.
Stop fucking writing!
Pockets the money.
So,
Now let's head back. I'm very curious to try that hot spring thing.
First, there's something that Nani and I wanted to show you.
Are they back yet?
yeah.
Hey, guys!
Our texture's finally loaded in.
Oh god, I just imagine that fucking thing with the really hot model loading in. It's just like, oh, how's it going? This damn! Fucking Lafayette loads in with the wrong model.
Lafayette loads in with the wrong model, or like fucking loads in bare ass naked and then just clothes pop on afterwards.
One could argue loads in the exact correct model.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, everybody! Our quest went great. Here, 10 gold for each of you.
Oh, thank you.
We got the double because we got double the product.
Thumbs up.
Nice work.
So, how did your hog quest go?
It was fairly painless, I think.
Lafayette just again gives another thumbs up.
Did you get paid?
We did, yes. Here. And she will hand 2 gold to Nani and 2 gold to Thomas.
Aha! See, I told you, Thomas, we did the right thing.
Head tilt.
I suppose.
Oh, also, we have something to tell you about Mishpa.
What? What happened?
Oh, nothing happened. It's what we found. While we were out looking for the mushrooms, we had to locate them inside of a cave. And she looks around. Is there anybody nearby?
Not that you can see.
She leans in close to Mishpa and she whispers, "We found Naga writing inside of the cave."
And you're sure it was Naga?
It's exactly the same as it is inside the book I gave you.
Mishpa is actually going to rifle around in her bag for a moment. She pulls out the journal and flips back to the map to double check the indicated area that was near Zelta. How far from town does it look on the map?
Just a little bit southeast.
Was it near here? And she will tap on the area near here. Near the big red dot.
I mean, it was in that direction. We did go east.
Then it's certainly worth looking into. And I mean, as interested in it as I am, I suppose we should see to our other business here first.
You mean the hot spring?
Well, that, and also our meeting with the mayor tomorrow, and also this whole drink till you drop thing. That's this afternoon. I'm very curious about that.
It's only noon.
Well,
We do still have a few hours until the drink till you drop thing.
Unless you're trying to avoid this on purpose, that is.
No, I'm not trying to avoid it. I just don't want to be selfish, it's all.
I mean, it's not like the cave is going anywhere, guys. It can wait a little bit until we don't have anything else going on. But at the same time, Mishpa, on the off chance that tomorrow we just suddenly get seized upon by zombies, well, I suppose we could keep the cave in mind as a place to run away. But I don't think that the fungal zombies will be deterred by the underground. If anything, they might enjoy it.
I will defer to the decision of the rest of the group.
Given the amount of time that we have, I suggest that we go see what's up with the cave.
Any arguments to the contrary?
No, I think that's for the best as well.
Very well, then.
Lafayette?
She says yes.
Oh.
Okie dokie.
And I guess it's
Lafayette is
agreed.
presently being held under an arm again and can't move.
Okay, so you all decide to venture to the cave. And when you get to the writing on the wall, Mishpa.
I can't see it.
That's right, you don't have dark vision.
I do not. So somebody please provide me with a light.
Cast light on the skull.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
you can
Nani.
see it. Yeah, you can see it. And you see that it reads, "Should any of us be lost in the dark, know that home is never too far away. and it has the arrow pointing deeper into the cave and to the right.
She will translate that for the others.
Well, it's certainly intriguing.
And given what the map said, it would appear that this would be a path towards a base of sorts. But
Should we venture deeper?
We can, but given how the Naga War went, I highly doubt that this cave went unexplored for 100 years.
Well, they were talking about at the herbalist. He was like, this cave is unexplored. I found that very hard to believe. It's not that far from town.
I want to at least check.
Of course.
Then check we shall, I suppose.
Lafayette will make her way forward and kind of take point, and she'll kind of hunker down just in case.
Mishpa will follow close behind. And you do feel like... How long is her tail?
Decently long. You can see it in the image.
You do feel Mishpa grab hold of your tail, just so that she doesn't lose sight of you, because again, she doesn't have dark vision, so if there is no light pointed directly ahead, she is going to keep a hand on you to keep from getting separated.
There's a very hard pause when you grab her tail and she just looks back, and then upon not seeing a reaction from you, it clicks. It's like, oh, right. Why the tail? And very carefully she will go forward.
I also can't see what you're signing, so I cannot respond.
She's thinking this. She's not signing this one. She's thinking this.
Okay. So, you explore deeper into the cave, following the directions on the wall. And you do eventually come to an opening, about 15 minutes of walking.
You know, this walk needs some facts. Have you heard about jumping beans?
Oh, God.
I will stab your throat.
So, eventually, you do get to what can be considered the Naga village that was supposed to be here. You see an open area where a destroyed Naga village sits, complete with houses and tents in shambles, and hundreds of bodies strewn about. Mostly skeletons of fallen warriors with spears, shields, and swords. But what is even more disturbing is among the dead are also slain children as well, and one in particular being cradled by their mother under a fallen roof. There's no doubt about it. What you have stumbled upon here is the aftermath of a massacre, and in its wake, a mass grave.
How old the bodies are?
You surmise that they are over 100 years old.
If fair assumption would have me believe that this was part of the Great Naga War.
Yep.
Other important question. These Naga skeletons, are they of the larger variety that we saw that the kids unburied, or are they of like the smaller variety?
The smaller variety, like Mishpa.
I think when they first get here, Mishpa only can really see glimpses of it, but as she sort of starts to piece together exactly what she is seeing and what this place is, she kind of reaches behind her and takes Nani's staff from her and kind of raises it up over her head as she just sort of starts slithering around the ruined pathways and just sort of takes in all of the destruction. And it's very clear on her face that she is trying to decide what to feel in this moment. She's clearly disturbed, and yet at the same time, there's a disconnect from someone who is seeing their history in front of them for the first time, but never experienced it firsthand.
Right.
It's like seeing a picture of a concentration camp in a history book or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is there like any form of light that's breaking through, or is it still like pitch black?
It is pitch black darkness.
Lafayette,
Ear perk?
how long have you lived here in Abyssia?
She thinks for a second before she turns back, and then signs out. Quite a while. Why?
I doubt this, but Breia, Tomas, Lafayette even. Are any of you old enough to recount anything about this war?
I was actually trying to look it up. How old is Thomas?
That's something your character
wrote it!
I forgot,
You don't know how old he is. You don't know where he's from.
Listen, I love you, but you got mad when I said you're be bad, and then you've kept proving it over and over again.
You wrote down that Thomas is approximately 530 years old.
Damn, he an old boy.
Unfortunately, I am old enough to know about it, to have experienced the Naga War.
Then tell me something, Thomas. Tell me why. Tell me why the people of Abyssia hated the Nagas so much. Why they were driven to commit genocide of these creatures, these people, for being different, for being more barbaric in nature. Why was that enough for them to try to snuff out their entire race?
Because they felt it was enough.
Hmm.
I can't justify it at all. But
Well, I don't expect you to answer this part, but I just have to wonder why your fucking gods thought that was enough to not do anything. And she starts to walk off.
strange thing is, gods don't intervene. They change fate. They give you the power to do something, rather than doing it themselves. That's my understanding anyway. But
My understanding is that the gods could have done anything. They could have empowered someone. But they didn't. They just decided to sit there and watch and let an entire race be wiped out.
Hey God, I have a question. Did my mother ever talk about the war, really?
She actually avoided talking about the war. And whenever it was brought up or she had to discuss it, she looked very melancholy about it. And you could definitely tell that there were some details that she either could not or did not want to tell you.
And then second question, either from her or from my just general history knowledge. There were, on the Abyssian side, there were clerics and paladins, right?
Yes, that's actually the main, those were the main warriors that went against the Naga. They were mostly people of the clergy, religious people, because this was, at its core, a religious war. Basically, the clerics and the clergy that worshipped the Acheron pantheon went against the Naga, who were seen as heretics and a people who sacrificed their people, who sacrificed Abyssians to give to their false world-eating serpent god.
Gotcha. So, I think Freya kind of looks around. I mean, it's not that the gods didn't do anything. The gods, if anything, they helped this. Most of the warriors that fought on the Abyssian side were clergy members, paladins and clerics. People who are specifically empowered by the gods. The Naga were mostly seen as heretics for the god that they worshipped. Of course, gods are only really as powerful as the people, as long as they have people worshipping them, so I suppose whatever cause enough of your worshippers take up is something that is going to happen in your name whether you like it or not.
You feel Mishpa approaching you from behind slowly. Why do something like this? We kept him asleep. That was our purpose. The purpose of our worship was to keep him from harming anyone.
I hate to tell you this, but the people who were fighting for the clergy likely didn't know that, and they likely didn't care. They saw worship of something that they saw as heretical, and they took it as that without any further context.
And then they labeled the remainder of the race as criminals and segregated them to an island where it is nearly impossible to survive. And somehow, we are the villains.
Yes.
The wounds
I don't know too many people who interacted with the war, really. My mother fought in it, but she hates talking about it. I always got the sense that she regretted the whole thing.
There were a few when I was growing up who had lived through the war, survived it, and were sent to the island with me, with the rest of us. I was born 5 years after the war had ended, so I was raised off of those sorts of stories. I never understood why they hated mainlanders so much. And yet, looking at this, I still can't comprehend why the mainlanders hated us so much. I do not understand.
You're not alone in that, Mishpa. I don't understand it either.
Mishpa hands you back your staff and leans down, and you feel her touch her forehead to yours for a moment before she stands up. There's nothing for us here. I don't want to be here anymore.
That's perfectly fair. Let's go.
As you all turn to leave,
For the record, Lafayette has just been watching. She's not moved.
Yep. You hear something move.
Do I see in what direction? Because I've been looking over the city specifically.
You can definitely see some movement coming from a patch of tents that are in shambles.
I'm going to kind of crouch down. I'm not going to move from where I am, but I am going to kind of veil myself in shadow here to watch.
Mm-hmm. Do you get closer?
I will get a small bit, but I won't get too close, so I will go ahead and roll stealth here.
Okie dokie.
16.
Alright. Whatever you're tracking does not seem to see you.
Okay, she will maintain her distance for now, but watch.
Okay, as you get closer, you actually see a humanoid figure wandering about behind the dilapidated houses and tents, crouching down every so often and seeming to
4.
gather something.
How is the individual shaped? Is it skinny? Is it brawny? Is it he, she from a distance?
It looks to be a she, very slender build, and looks elvish by the ears.
Mm-hmm. Continuing to analyze.
Mm-hmm.
Are the rest of us aware of this person in here as well?
Lafayette has not been able to communicate, but I don't know if you all noticed or heard something or not.
I actually think Breia's not even paying attention. I think she's kind of passively looking around, just probably trying to focus on not focusing on how sad everyone else is.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it was loud enough, Mishpa would acknowledge it, but she would not try to get too much closer because she is kind of dependent on Nani's light at the moment. She can't see anything beyond the light given off by her staff.
4.
That's 5.
6. Yeah, that's 5 now.
5?
Jesus.
Oh, damn.
Anyway. So, Lafayette. You see the figure stand up once more, seem to look at a vial of something, and you hear her say, "Alright then, I guess that should be enough for now."
How close am I from her?
I'd say about 15 feet.
Okay. I recognize the voice. I'm logging that in the memory bank. So it's an elvish figure, female. Skinny? Skinnier side, I assume?
Yeah, very slender.
Is there any distinguishing markings I can tell just by looking at her?
Strangely, golden eyes.
Eyes.
Fuck.
Out of character. Someone knows something. Anyway.
You do notice golden eyes, straight, long black hair, and a tan complexion.
Is she emitting her own light at the moment?
No, she actually seems to have a lantern at her side.
Okay.
That is currently shedding some dim light.
So she is shedding light.
Okay, yeah. Just not from her body. Just not from her body, yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
So, hang on a second. Let me pull out Old Reliable here. So, one more time, real quick.
Her
She
physical
was...
features?
Yep, hang on.
Elven in nature. Sunder body. Tan skin. Golden eyes. Straight, long black hair. And female.
Okay. So, Sunderbody, Elven, golden eyes, tan skin, straight long black hair.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to kind of gauge for a sec. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to make a roll here.
If I need to refresh my stealth, I will.
Go ahead.
Okay. I repeat.
This time she sees you.
Lafayette will just stare and walk out of the shadows since she's been caught.
Who are you?
She shakes her head and makes a hand motion towards her.
I'll actually show you what you see.
Mm-hmm. I see.
She seems nice.
Mm-hmm. Lafayette's going to very carefully tuck in the necklace right quick that she has. And she will attempt to sign out. Why are you here?
She does seem to understand you, and she actually responds in sign language. I am merely gathering something for my employer.
In the grave of the fallen from the Naga War? A little bit of desecration, isn't it?
It is not my place to ask questions.
I suppose it's not my place to ask any either, but can't help but be curious when you spot another in a very unusual spot. So, I won't pursue too much, out of respect. I know how it is. That said, I am curious on what employer sends you down here. You best be very careful.
I can give you more information when we are up top. I have just completed my work, and I will be on my way soon enough.
Do you have a location that you would like to meet then to exchange info?
Are you traveling alone?
With compatriots, but I will not disclose them for their safety.
I'll likely be coming the same way that you all did, so I may as well see them anyway.
So be it. And she'll make a head motion to follow.
She will nod and she will follow.
And still on guard, Lafayette is going to maintain a pretty moderate distance from her. And in case she tries to close the gap really suddenly, she is going to be ready with a blade to counteract that. But she will
Sorry. Go ahead.
But she will escort them to the rest of the party.
She doesn't seem to try to close the gap any. She just makes sure that everything is where it should be on her person. every so often until you guys get to the group, and her eyes widen a bit before they narrow again, and she crosses her arms across her chest with a very stern glare.
And to make sure everybody pays attention, Lafayette will emit a whistle that will echo around them.
What?
Oh, you made a deep underground friend. Hello, deep underground dweller.
Deep
Well?
underground...
Well, certainly has been a while, hasn't it, Breia?
Ear perk.
Yes, okay, well, that makes sense.
Oh boy, is your past gonna catch up to us in every place that we visit?
Apparently.
I mean, we weren't even in town the last time. We were like halfway here. This is like super interesting. I want to know more.
Lafayette will approach the girl and make a hand motion towards the lantern. May I?
She nods and gives you the lantern.
She will take the lantern and kind of emit it to where it's a little bit balanced between like everybody, to where everybody can kind of see the in between. So she kind of just stands in the middle holding it.
And who is this?
So, do you have an excuse for why you left me, Breia? I'd love to hear it.
Oh, did you leave her at the altar?
Nani, I'm just gonna need you to, not for a second.
Okay, I'll just be quiet over here with my notebook.
God, well, there were some... Listen, can we have this conversation somewhere that's not
What
this?
is with that accent? I have not ever... What are you doing? What are you playing at? And also, what is with your arm?
Well, that's a rather recent development.
She got it ripped off.
And also, what about my accent? It's not like I'm the only one who goes... I like what you've done with the face, by the way.
What are you doing here?
I was sent here by my employer. I was simply gathering something for him.
What?
Gathering what?
She takes out a vial of black, best described as ichor.
Does it look different from what we were interacting with before?
Yes. This is known as black sap. It can only be found on corpses, namely in those in mass graves.
And who exactly would need something like that?
I worked for a tiefling named Valor over in Pedina. He said he needed it for something. Yes, actually. You know that he is a nobleman and a philanthropist of sorts, always doing good for the community, as well as the owner of one of the largest manufacturing plants for the supplies and food that is sent to the Isle.
And
trying to make the food for the Isle even less edible, then.
Oi, this is not for the Isle.
Oh.
I was about to say,
Isn't
what
it?
does he need it for?
As I told your little friend here, it is not my place to ask questions.
Right. Well, I'll be sure to write down a few questions of my own and ask them later.
You'll have to pardon me if I find this sickening.
Well, that's because it is.
Trust me, if I had a choice, then I wouldn't be doing this.
Then don't.
As I just said,
Master,
I did not have a choice. I still do not have a choice.
Last I remember, you had quite big aspirations. What happened to those? Why
No.
don't you have a choice, exactly?
Well, me mum ended up getting ill.
Oh,
Vala was the only one who was offered in to pay her medical bills. Only if I work for him.
Ah, well, I didn't know that.
Not that you would have been any help. I'm surprised you're not still giving me the cold shoulder after how you treated me.
What is your relation with her?
She's my ex-girlfriend.
That explains so much.
Yeah, doesn't
Yeah.
Writing intensifies.
it? Jeez.
Drama for my fan fiction.
You hush.
Listen,
No.
It's a long explanation, one that I would gladly give you, not in front of the horsewoman who is writing very feverishly.
Waggly brows.
Stop that!
Lafayette signs out. She's a bit insane.
Yep, totally insane. I have no idea what's going on. Right.
Every second that we speak and there's like tension between us is more material for her, and I'd really like to not give that to her.
Plus, a mass grave does not seem like the best environment to be having this conversation.
Yeah, this isn't the best place to have any kind of conversation. In fact, we're kind of in a bit of a dour mood. So if you want to keep having this conversation, perhaps we, leave the area that my friend's people had, genocide committed against them.
Very well. I suppose I can meet you all at the tavern.
Hooray!
Besides, I am more than interested in hearing an explanation.
God.
Nani walks over to Breia, gently pats her arm, leans in, and whispers, "Try not to lie this time."
Damn.
Deeply unnecessary.
I think it was a little necessary.
Lafayette
Just a little.
Lafayette will approach the woman and hand back the lantern to her,
She'll take it.
and will then proceed to move towards Mishpa to make sure there's proper guidance, and offer the tail again if she wants, but if not, she'll walk forward.
She takes it, but you definitely notice that this time she is squeezing a little bit harder than she was before. There's a lot of tension in her grip.
Just going to ignore that and keep moving.
I
One
do
other
think
thing-
knowing that there's nothing. Oh, what's up?
One other thing that I would have told you guys upon your initial search of the village, is despite knowing that the Naga were able to write and record their history, and often did, there is not a book, scroll, scripture, or any sort of writing in sight.
Well, that just makes her feel even worse. And she squeezes harder.
Ow.
Gotta commit that historical erasure so that people don't realize that your holy war was actually against people who didn't deserve it or something. That would be crazy if they found out that happened.
Mishpa, if you need to squeeze something, my staff is made of ashen wood. It's quite sturdy.
I'm fine.
You are not fine, and pretty soon Lafayette isn't going to be fine, are you? Why don't you?
Lafayette is fine, aren't you?
She just tugs at her tail to basically motion to just follow her.
See, she says she's fine.
If you squeeze any tighter, though, I will bite.
I would also note that knowing that there's nothing really on the way in here, Breia probably would have left ahead of everyone.
Mm-hmm. And, Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that you're one of the last ones out?
Yeah.
Roll me a D100, please.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a lot of D's.
22?
D's 22.
A beagle suddenly poofs in front of you and hands you a letter.
Oh. I'm going to take the letter. Who's it from?
Your mother.
Oh, thank God.
When you open it up, it reads, My dearest boy Thomas, it is lovely to hear from you so soon after you began your journey with Breia and the others.
And I was about to say, could you just send it to me?
Hold on. I hope you're all doing well. I have taken note of your concerns with these blight-rotten mushrooms and had the hunting ground searched for them. However, the search team came back empty-handed with no sightings of any zombies or mushrooms of that description. Are you sure you're all right, dear? I know it's very scary being away from home for so long without me, but I assure you I will be fine and you will be too. Please help keep everyone safe. Your dearest, Mom.
Oh, God.
Shit.
Everyone thinks we're crazy, and that's not great.
And
Don't worry. The prince who is stuck up north believes us.
Yeah, he's stuck in a
prince
shitty
can't vouch
situation.
for us.
And that
He has
is
an
where
airship, he'll be fine.
And that is where we're going to end off today's session.
Fuck. The kid, fucking. Okay, at least it wasn't a fucking cliffhanger.
We didn't even get to go to the hot springs.
We will next time.
Mm-hmm.
Good, because I fucking need it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be forcibly dragged into it, aren't I?
What, were you just shown a pristine, preserved example of the genocide of your people or something?
I mean, Lafayette, I think that we're aware that you don't like to get wet. So, I'm sure that
y'all might. Mishpa might not. I don't think she cares.
Hooray for gratuitous female nudity.
Hooray!
I mean, not only did I get to see, like, the full extent of the horror of what was done to my people, but I also had to deal with finding a grave robber in there as well.
Yeah, you took it surprisingly well.
Yeah, tell that to my fucking tail later.
You really should tell it to her fucking tail. It's never going to be the same.
It will be. Because I'll stab your hand before it gets fucking deformed. Or bite it.
I will heal her tail.
And the grave robber was my ex, so that's all going well.
It's all fucking connected.
I just love
the world's
the mental
most
image.
fucked up polycule.
I just love the mental image of just like fucking Mishpa heading to this like spring after like relaxing for a minute, and just like Lafayette just like digging her claws into the floor like, no.
Water.
I don't want a bath.
I didn't get to say it, but when she walked away, she definitely said something to the effect of, all right, and now she's here. When I got my arm ripped off, I bled out and I died. This is hell, actually.
Lafayette shouldn't be taking a bath in water anyway. Chinchillas can't take water baths.
Usually, no.
Exactly.
But this is also anthropomorphized. So.
Well, what about when you're a person?
Half person, half negates the issue.
So, We shall see you all next time.
Yeah.